Good evening, my name is Salvatore and I am from Roseburg, Oregon. I moved here about 3 years ago. So on question number 2, it asks to show an item that describes and gives insight of your personality and passions, and that would have to be my tennis racket. Yes, that is SpongeBob. I've had him since I was about 9. I played tennis for 18 years, and this would describe my personality because anyone can pick a racket up, but not everyone can play. And to improve in tennis, you have to have determination, and you have to have a mindset that you want to be good and that you want to improve, or you're not going to get anywhere. And it kind of applies also in school, where if you're just taking classes just to take classes, you're not going to get anywhere, and you're not going to be advancing towards a major or advancing towards your life goals or skills. So I definitely describe this item as part of my personality because I have a hard work ethic, and I know I am determined, and I can be quite hard-headed, and I know that when I put my mind to something, I will complete it, because my determination to complete something on time and proficiently and professionally is like key to me. So I'd say that this item gives you insight because you watch tennis players on TV and they are absolutely insanely good, and that didn't just happen overnight. That happened with years and years of practice and hours of PT and trainings. And it's kind of like school, where you have your tests that you studied for, which are like tournaments, and you have all of your homework, which is like PT and like conditionings, and then you just have your regular classwork, like your regular times of going playing with your coach. So comparing those two, they're somewhat similar. So what excites me about this course is I'm one step closer to graduating. So I am determined, and I do have a very strong mind. So knowing that I am finally in the classes that actually pertain to my major excites me, because I get to know that I'm actually learning that stuff that I will use later in my future. Not really nervous about this class. I've taken many online classes, so I'm quite familiar with them. And I have a super busy life, so I have to have time management. So between working full-time and going to school full-time and still finding time with my husband, I know I'll make time for this class. The only thing I'd be nervous about is if I had to unexpectedly travel, or work wanted me to work awkward hours or something like that. So sharing something, I used to live in Panama. I lived 3 months on an island and 3 months in the jungle. I worked as an interpreter in ASL and Spanish. It was a lot of fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It was absolutely gorgeous, and the tribe members were so thankful and just pure and not corrupt by society. And I loved learning everything about them and how they functioned, where we didn't have running water and we didn't have food just at the supermarket. We had to go out and we had to go hunt, and we had to boil our water, and every little detail you don't realize that it's just like a normality when you're living in the U.S., where in other places they don't even know what that is. So 6 words that describe my life would probably be challenging struggle that is being conquered. There have been many cases in the last year that I could have given up on and just dropped everything that I was doing, but I pushed through it because I have a determined mind, and I know what I'm capable of, and I know once I put my mind to it, I will accomplish it. So even though my life is challenging and I'm sometimes struggling, I know that it will get better. And I'm one step closer to having a degree, so it'll get a lot better soon. So that's a little snippet of me. If you have any questions, comment below, and if there's anyone out there that wants to play tennis, I'd love to have a new tennis buddy.